enthusiasts, how are you doing? I hope you're well and I hope you're having a great day. So in this video we're going to repair the last bits of corrosion on the offside front before we get round to doing the other side. So the first bit we need to do is behind the shock absorber, the top shock absorber mount. That's a very, very commonplace for rust and a bit of a complicated bit to repair actually. And then we're also going to repair or prepare the front wings ready for a new front end. So let's get into it. Right, so as I said, the first bit we're going to tackle is this top shock absorber mount here. There's obviously the bracket that goes on here that bolts on with the 4 bolts that holds the top shock absorber mount. So if you'd imagine the shock absorber pin is usually sitting there, the shock absorber runs downwards, and it shouldn't have a hole in like that. What you will notice here is there are multiple layers. So I think, let me think, there's 2 layers there. So you've got, in fact there's 3 layers in some parts. You've got the inner wing, you have got the end of the cross member, and might be wrong, might only be 2 layers then. But yeah, wherever there's layers of metal like that, you get condensation between the layers. That is why it's never ever good when people bodge up repairs and they just weld patches over the top and they create layers, because where you get different layers of metal, you get condensation between the 2 panels and they just corrode like that. So that is really, really normal for a Mini. It's really, really common to see that. If you can find a Mini that's not corroded behind the top shock absorber mounts, you've done well. And this is very much like when it's multiple layers, it's like peeling an onion. You have to take one layer off, see what's going on with the second layer, and keep peeling back until you get something original and something that's got some good metal. So that's what we're going to do. We'll probably start out cutting quite conservatively, but I'm pretty sure we'll end up getting much bigger. So let's get the cutting disc on the grinder out and let's get on with it. Right, so they're the 2 pieces we cut out. That's obviously the inside bit. As you can see, it just corrodes where the 2 panels touch each other, where there's 2 layers overlapping. So that's the inner part, that's the outer part. We'll have to fabricate them out of a bit of steel, but in general it's in pretty good nick actually. It's not bad at all. We can look right inside at the cross member and there's literally no rust in there, which is brilliant. So before we go any further, what I will do, we'll mask this up, we'll get a bit of hammerite in there as a bit of protection. That's the only frustrating bit with using hammerite, is now I'll have to wait, well, a day for that to dry before I can start welding in the rest of it. But it's in the evening. I will probably move my attentions to doing this front bit now, and then I'll be ready to weld that bit back in tomorrow. Right, so that's had overnight to dry now. All the front is prepped. That's ready to go on. And we've got our repair sections here. This is where I've linished off the galvanised coating. And these have obviously been sprayed with Weld 3 primer. So, let's get the welding finished. Right, there we go. So that was pretty quick and easy. Last bit of welding on there didn't go on that nicely because it had weld through primer on the outside. It always upsets a weld a little bit. As I think I've always said, if you're welding just clean metal to clean metal, it's so much easier. As soon as you've got any sort of contaminant on there, that includes weld through primer, it does tend to upset the weld arc a little bit. But yeah, pretty pleased with that. And the corner, I'm well pleased with this. It's come out really well actually. I've even got my return lip on the inside there. Pretty solid, quite a nice bit of welding that. So, I'm well pleased. That is all of this side of the car done now, isn't it? I think so. I don't think there's anything to do more. But there may be, we don't know about the back yet, so the subframe's still got to come out. We don't know whether there's any repairs to do at the back. I think the hill board is okay, but I'm not sure about further back from that. But as far as the front end goes, that's really, really good, really pleased. You'd have seen I've got the door back on now. I've got the scuttle panel. I did have the scuttle panel, and I've gone along and just double checked the alignment. So yeah, I mean that's only very rough, but that's gonna fit okay. So yeah, very pleased, and that was literally a couple of evenings in the garage after work. So good productive time. Thanks for watching the video this week. As usual, if you did enjoy it, please remember to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. I don't care, it's all engagement. If you want to drop me a comment, leave some words of encouragement. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments below. And if you're not a subscriber to the channel, please do consider subscribing. Have a great day.